constituency. Anthony, your colleagues on the minority side believe that this deal is not transparent and that it should be brought to Parliament for proper scrutiny.
Thank you. Good evening to your cherished listeners. The position of the minority, particularly to use a press statement to make this request, is somehow surprising.
Anthony, hold on. Do you have a radio set around? It's giving us a terrible feedback. I'll be glad if you could just put it off. It's giving us a terrible feedback. I'll be glad. Can you hear me?
Now?
It's better.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, let's try again. Continue with your submission.
Yes, I said the choice to use a press statement to make this request is surprising because of all the tools that are available to them. I would have suggested that they seek audience with the minister to inquire about the facts of this supposed deal. They refused to use that opportunity. They rather chose to go by a press conference. And by doing that, their statement is bereft of facts. Ground rule. There is no such measure, sale or takeover between AT and Telecel. There's no such agreement or decision yet. What has happened is that Telecel is providing national roaming for AT customers because AT is indebted to ATC, American Tower Company. And because of that, the tower company is selling services to AT. And because of that, they're going to disrupt services for about 3 million, in excess of 3 million customers. Out of the ingenuity and vision of the minister, there is an agreement so that by the advice of the regulator, National Communication Authority, for AT customers to run on Telecel network. It has been agreed. And this is for free. It's not costing Airtel, Tigo, 70 million as alleged by my colleagues. So I think that foremost,
unfortunately, the telephone lines are now our best of friends this evening. We'll try and raise Anthony Sumah again on the telephone line to speak to him. He's a member of the Information and Communications Committee of Parliament on the majority side, and he's a member of Parliament for the Nadoli constituency. Reacting to a press conference addressed by colleagues or their colleagues or his colleagues on the minority side in Ghana's Parliament, especially those on the Information and Communications Committee, at a press conference yesterday, raised some issues in respect of the decision by Telecel to take over AT, and they believe that this deal is not transparent, and that they made some few demands. A number of their demands, they say that an immediate halt to the current restructuring process. They also want a comprehensive parliamentary inquiry into the circumstances surrounding the transaction. They are also demanding full discussion of all related documents and correspondence and reports. I'm told Anthony Sumah is back on the telephone line. Tony, you were making a point before the line dropped.
Yes. Sorry for that. I think probably my network is a little bad. So what I'm saying is that to ask that the deal should be transparent is jumping the gun because there's no such deal yet. There's no deal for which they will call that it should be transparent. And that's why I said that they have an opportunity to seek audience with the minister. Failing to do that, the press statement is based on facts. And I see it as a deliberate mischief for me to put the minister and the government in bad light. If that is not the case, they are being the bidding of someone. Because what has happened is that due to the indebtedness of AT to American Tower Company took a decision to shut services to AT, which meant that over 3 million customers of AT will have had their services disrupted completely. So the minister went ahead of time, through ingenuity, by the advice of the National Communications Authority, to move AT customers on national roaming on Telecel network. And this is what has happened. And this does not cost 80, 70 million. It does not cost them anything. In fact, this arrangement is for 120 days and for free until the transaction advisor, KPMG, is able to give a report on any agreement that can be reached. Then a decision can be taken. So there is no decision. No decision has been arrived at to merge, sell, or take over 80 by Telecel.
They also want a full disclosure of the related agreements and correspondence. You think there's a right call from your colleagues, at least as members of parliament, you should have details of this whole transaction?
In fact, that would have been perfect if they had not gone ahead of such requests to put out misstatements. And look, the press statement is full of misstatements. Look, they take the agreement between Afritel and then government, the memorandum of understanding. They take it out of context completely and interpret it to mean a contract or an agreement for Afritel Recton to take over Tigo, for which the minister has backtracked. It's not correct. The memorandum of understanding was for both parties to do due diligence on the other, and then they can then come to an agreement. So it is also the fact that the minister had come into an agreement to give Airtel Tigo to Afritel Recton and have then bid a retreat. That's also not factual. So that's why I'm saying that, look, if they meant well, if they really meant well, they would have sought this information from the minister, and the minister would have gladly made available to them this information, including some reports that have been received on due diligence that has been done on Afritel and Recton. They didn't request any of these. They went ahead of time to put up all these misstatements in a statement, and thereafter make a request for transparency. I think at this point it's right to say that the request is misplaced.
Anthony, I'll say a big thank you for your time. Anthony Sumah is Member of Parliament for Nadoli and a member of the Information and Communications Committee of Parliament. This is Eyewitness News coming to you